You are listening to Ice Cream for Breakfast with your hosts, Tara Chase and Kevin Hansen. Do you know what that means? Well, there's a great guest lined up, so sit back and enjoy some ice cream.
Do you want to share what the flavor of the day is?
Yeah, what is it?
It's Baskin Robbins Black White Cookie.
Perfect. Great.
And,
sounds scrumptious.
And unfortunately, I say this every show, so everybody that's heard this on every single show, I have only eaten vanilla. I don't eat anything
prior
else.
to ice cream for breakfast.
So right, so this was a way for me to kind of break out of
I love that.
my stuff.
Yeah. I'm so glad it's not a fruit or a vegetable. I guess there was a vegetable.
But they should
ice
make
cream.
ice cream
Yeah.
a fruit or vegetable
Yeah.
in that
the
category.
zucchini chocolate.
No, we have had some random flavors, but
Yeah, but some have been really good.
yeah, it's good to be an adventurer, create
Yeah.
something new.
I love
So, and every show is a creation. So we are super excited that you're here because
I
every
know.
person
Thank you so much.
that comes has something to offer and share, and that's kind of our purpose of coming to Ice Cream for Breakfast.
Yeah.
So we're happy to have you.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thanks for coming.
I'm honored.
So our guest is Kelli Lumsden.
Lumsden. People say Lumstrom. I don't know why. There's no T
There's
and
a
there's
D.
no R.
There's a D.
But Lumsden.
It's one of those, like, you know how you have to pronunciate your
Kelli
last
Lumsden.
name on social media so everyone can say it correctly.
Yeah.
So you'll have to spell it out the way. Actually, it kind of is spelled the way it sounds.
Lumsden. Yeah.
Yeah.
Captions never get it right.
Lumsden.
Yeah. It's from Scotland. Lumsden, Scotland.
Love it.
Mm-hmm.
And speaking of Scotland, yeah, Kevin is
Scottish.
planning his trip
My
to
trip
Scotland
next year.
to follow a book that he recently
Oh.
published.
Well, we are
A
the
while
House
ago.
of Lumsden, so there's a castle, so you need to go
Ooh.
there.
Where's it at?
In Lumsden, Scotland.
The Lumsden Castle in
Yeah,
Lumsden,
it is,
Scotland.
yeah.
Southern,
I like it.
northern, eastern, western.
Ask me that. I don't know.
She's saying it's
I'll have
in
it.
the city of Lumsden. That's where it's at.
There is a castle.
Find the dot and walk to it. Actually, just type it into your Google.
If you
you'll make
Google
it.
the House of Lumsden, there is a castle.
I'll have a full report to you by the end of the day.
Okay,
about
thank
it.
you.
You should.
I
That's awesome.
want that is my bucket list is to visit and stand
go
in front
there.
of the castle. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, of
Because it
course.
is our family.
With arms wide
Yep.
open. I'm here.
Yep.
Castles are amazing.
I've always been fascinated by Scotland, and I was adopted. Met my
Okay.
birth mother, 6 years ago? And I'm mostly Scottish.
Wait, what?
And
You were adopted 6 years ago?
somebody's like, will somebody please take him? Did Ray just walk in the door?
Yes, we have a guest.
Awesome.
I'm thinking it's Ray. Are you Ray? Welcome.
As I'm waving. Yeah.
So I found my birth mother 6 years ago.
Okay, got it.
And so I was like, just tell me Sean Connery came through Idaho in the the late 60s and you guys and unfortunately
I had
Because they had ice cream
if
for
I had
breakfast.
the button closer to
They
me,
had
we
beep.
would have clicked.
Yeah, the
laughing,
blooper. Yeah.
clapping and laughing.
anyway, what was the point of my story?
Did you just turn it off?
No,
Or did
he
you-
did. That would have been funny.
That was the
That was his
laughter
little-
one.
It's like telling your mechanic what's wrong with your car. I'm like, why do we always use the
Oh
sounds?
my god.
No, what was the point of me telling?
Um,
so I am mostly Scottish.
Okay.
And so my first novel takes place in England. It goes up into Scotland and comes down. And so I want to go and follow my book.
Uh-huh.
And as I've said on here too many times, just see how horribly I described it.
It probably is great.
I'm like Sean Connery and your mother. That's what I'm saying.
All I can picture is
yeah.
the castle and Sean Connery and my mom.
Money Punny. I won't do the Sean
In
Connery.
Idaho.
In Idaho,
okay,
that's
yeah.
right. No castle. Village.
So Kelli,
Yes.
tell us about you.
Sir.
Where did you you're from Arizona? Is that where you grew up? Where did you
No.
grow up?
Start from the beginning.
You know, it's funny because people say, tell us about you.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, and I cringe.
Yeah.
But yet I wrote a book that's all about me.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay, tell us about your book, and then it will start having your.
It is my memoir.
Okay.
So yeah, it's my story. And but after you write a book, you're like, oh, I forgot that part, and I forgot that part, and I
yeah.
forgot that part. But I can write another one.
And sequel it.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So what's the name of it?
It's called The Breaching.
The Breaching.
Yes,
And
and
it
it's-
says bringing dignity back to the broken.
Bringing
So
dignity back to the broken.
Tell me more about your tagline on that.
And it's so interesting. I'm now nervous.
You are. Don't be nervous.
Oh, I like talking about other people.
Oh.
I don't like talking about myself. I have a scripture on here that's Isaiah 30:20.
Okay.
And it talks about how that we go through the trials and tribulations and the waters, but that our teachers will be made known to us. And it gave me a different perspective on how to look at life.
Okay.
Instead of it being my life and the things that I've gone through being woe is me, victim, why did this happen to me? They're all teachers and it's all lessons. And so then that just transformed me to be grateful for everything that I've gone through. And so the breaching is me finding me.
I love it.
Yeah, actually rising and now
And you have a picture on there. It's a humpback whale.
It is.
I love that.
Is that a humpback? Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah, no,
I think so.
I don't know if it's the blue whale, the gray whale. I should know because it's also on
Sperm
my
whale.
arm.
Oh,
So-
okay. That's amazing. No, I
know.
like what you just said. It
I think it is the
actually,
humpback. Yeah.
do you guys care if I look up on
No.
a song that is exactly matching to what you just said?
Is it really?
Yeah, and
Oh.
it's pretty new.
Oh, you have to share that with me.
So I'm gonna look this up real quick
Yeah.
and just play
yeah.
if we can play the first,
Okay.
couple. It's pretty quick. It's from the movie that Angel Studio put out. I haven't seen the movie, but it's called A Week Away.
Oh.
And on that movie, I was trying to think. It's a pretty cool song. That let's see if we can get this played. Hold on.
Yeah, that'd be
I'll put it
awesome.
up to my mic,
Okay.
and then I'll send it to you guys.
I
Okay, here we
think
go.
that the copyright is like 10 seconds is what we can
Oh, is
play.
it? Okay.
We'll just. Can you guys hear that?
Yeah.
Thank you, God, that I'm sore. Thank you, God, that I'm thirsty. Thank you, God, that I'm lost. Thank you, God, that I'm hurting. Thank you for everything that feels too hard to bear. Thank you that sometimes I don't know if you're still there. Eyes wide and hands unfolded, I stand out in the open.
More than 10 seconds. I might have to edit. If I
Might have
talk,
to
is it
edit.
the same?
Thank God for the hell of it.
But thank God for the hell of it.
Oh, yeah.
I know
And then it's
Seriously.
just this whole overcoming.
So true.
He knows.
why am I
Well,
still
yeah.
broken?
We might
Oh,
have to add another 10
yeah.
seconds another time. But that is, the broken parts are what make us who we are.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Along with all the good things, too.
Yeah. It was
So-
when I had that, finally had that awakening and that shift of actually being grateful for it. It just changed everything.
Wow. Cool.
Yeah, it absolutely changed everything. So.
Well, we want you to,
Yeah.
if you feel like explaining any of that, we're
Yeah.
here to open ears. We also want you to know that you're being
Yeah.
recorded. So
Yeah.
people might hear into that, but honestly,
Yeah.
like sometimes being vulnerable
Mm-hmm.
becomes our best stepping stool to
Mm-hmm.
showing and sharing. And a lot of people won't do that.
Yeah,
So if you feel like, you know,
Yeah.
give us a little background on
sure.
things that you've gone through, maybe not everything because we'd
Right.
want to check out your book, it
Right.
sounds like, but
I don't want to give it all away.
yeah. Where did that start? Or were you a
Yeah,
young girl?
Yeah, the book
Okay.
can be a little heavy, I've been
Okay.
told.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just the truth. And the reason I did it was because I want other people to have courage that there's hope in there's hope in the healing,
Love it.
So yeah, my parents were divorced young. I don't remember anything before my 4th grade. So I was
Okay.
about 10. And that's when things really changed for me. I moved average about every 2 years of my life, but there was a tremendous amount of abuse
Okay.
and distrust. I went to 3 different high schools. So really what happened was for me is I just never had an opportunity to acclimate or adjust or make
Set
friends.
down roots.
Never.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
No, and I didn't know where I belonged, and I didn't feel like I actually belonged anywhere. And I would be woken up in the middle of the night, 3:00 in the morning, and flipped beds and drugged by my hair and thrown into cold showers and telephone cords wrapped around my neck. And I mean, there was just a lot of heavy abuse. And I didn't know why. I just didn't understand. Like, I was a good kid. I always felt like I was kind. You know, I was very loving, always wanted to help.
Yeah.
And I just didn't understand why. And so then got out of school, ended up I was sent to boarding school the last 2 years, held back multiple times, failed. I mean, it wasn't about school. It wasn't about friendship. It wasn't about any of that. It was like just really wondering where I belonged the whole time.
Yeah.
Massive distraction. And so when I got out of high school, I just had no clue, again, what I wanted to do. No direction, basically a latchkey kid. But I was raised in also one of the homes. I was raised in an extremely prominent home. Like, I'm talking very, very, very high profile people in our home, raised by butlers and maids in one capacity, but yet no... I mean, I guess when you're raised by butlers and maids, you don't have a lot of nurturing and a lot of guidance and stuff. And so when I graduated from high school, then it was like an option, get out or go in the military.
Wow.
And so I was like, all right.
This is both parents. Like, you saw both parents throughout your childhood, just...
Yeah, I'm trying to be delicate.
Yeah,
too.
of course.
Because I don't, I'm grateful for all of it, and I keep saying that. But people don't know what they don't know, and
Correct.
They come from what they came from, and they only could teach and raise you the way that they knew how. And so there's grace there, right?
Okay.
So yeah, I went into the military, and that was another horrible situation. And the military was not there for me. It just didn't protect me. I suffered from military sexual trauma. So that was a big deal. So when I got out, I'm kind of jumping around a little bit.
That's okay. You can always go back. It's fine. Yeah,
I know.
Okay.
It's in here.
And this is, can I just put a perspective? So we're talking, you're 18 years old.
At this time, I'm 21.
21, joining the military.
Yep.
And you are shipped off to either, are you Army, Marine?
Yeah, so I was the Air Force.
Air Force, okay.
What was the reason behind the Air Force as opposed to becoming G.I. Jane or whatever?
She probably was that too.
Yeah, I was for sure. And that's the thing is people, if they don't, I don't really know why. I don't actually remember. I just remember going to the recruiter's office and sitting down, and I went by myself, and I said, this is kind of funny. Okay. I said, I don't want to shoot a gun.
I just want to do everything but military.
And I don't want to go to war. So if you could just, make it, I want to, do my hair and nail polish and eyelashes, and the recruiters don't tell you the truth, and they will only tell you what they want you
to sign.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. Because they get commission off of that, and so we went through all the jobs, and they said, oh well, I said I want to work with computers, and they said, oh well, you could be in pharmacy, and all you would have to do is input all of the prescriptions, and I'm like, sweet, perfect, that's great. Yeah, no.
Yeah,
well,
besides the 10 weeks of boot camp that you first, and physical fitness training and all of the other things that you need to be practicing for.
Oh my gosh. It was crazy. But being in pharmacy, you're actually, you're in the hospital. And so you are trained as a medic.
Okay.
Well, a medic has to, what do medics have to do?
Everything.
They have to help people that are injured, and there's blood and guts and all that stuff.
Things I don't do.
And I didn't think about any of that. But I was super lost. I mean, I'm talking, I had no structure. I had no foundation. I was not safe in you know, in me at all. I was not safe. I
Okay.
didn't trust anyone. And I just said, okay. And I and I signed the, you know, on the dotted line. Well, right before I went in, I actually had an appendectomy. So my
Oh, gosh.
appendix, so my going in was delayed. So when I went in, that is just insane. When you get on the plane and you get on the bus and then you're going to the base, I mean, you just do not I can't even describe it. I feel like everyone needs to go through basic training. Everyone. And I just posted about this the other day. Like, it is literally like being teleported into another planet.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you go...
And you went down to San Diego, right?
No,
Were
San
you with-
Antonio.
Oh, San Antonio.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, San Antonio.
Okay.
And you get off that bus and you do not belong to yourself at all.
Anymore.
But that kind of matched my upbringing. Like, I just never belonged to myself. I didn't even know who myself was. I had no clue. I was super lost. And so then you're getting yelled at. And back then, 33 years ago, you're getting yelled at, you're getting cussed at, I mean, it is abuse. It is flat out abuse. Mm-hmm. And what I looked at now, like now looking back, I thought I deserved it. This is what I deserved. And I felt this was normal for me, you know, because it was what I got all the time. I never knew when I was going to be scrubbing tile with a toothbrush in freezing cold showers. And I mean, I never knew when I was going to get or what was going to come next for me. And so when that happened in basic, it was like, okay, well, this is just normal for me. And so I think I went in at 168 pounds and I came out 6 weeks later at 120 something pounds.
Wow.
But what was interesting when I was in basic was I actually started to kind of see a spark of that. I actually had some leadership and I had some potential, and I ended up becoming my flight leader, and I was really starting to be called out as a leader.
Wow. Okay.
And so I started to kind of see this glimpse. I was like, oh, and I felt it in boarding school too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I led my swing choir, and you know, I kind of led my volleyball team, and you know, so I was like, oh, well, maybe I do have something to offer this world, you know.
Absolutely.
So,
well, let me ask a question if I
sorry.
could. You see guys that play college basketball or college football, and these coaches, a lot of them are old school, who are just hard-nosed, yell at them and everything.
Oh, yeah.
And you look at it and you're like, I could never do that. I could never be in that situation. But 20 years later, these players look back at that and love that person because they taught them discipline. They taught them all these life things. Do you see that maybe there was, what's the word I want? Like, was it worth it? I mean, did you get something out of it that way, or did it just feel like an extension of what you had been raised like?
Or both.
What?
Or both.
Yeah. It probably was a bit of both for sure. I don't know that it's necessary, but the intention, I feel, this is my opinion, is to break you down.
Right.
And then they build you back up again.
How they want you.
Oh, yeah. And I mean, you are reframed, reprogrammed, and recently I've posted about it as well, like spending time with the incarcerated. It's the same thing. You just have to adjust. You have no choice. Same thing in the military.
Okay.
You haven't,
It's less choice,
Yeah.
more obedience.
Yeah, but the one thing that I will say is that the structure I needed, because I never had it.
Okay.
And then the boarding school, there was the structure. So those two components were the good parts about it.
That routine that you lacked.
Yeah.
How old were you when you first started boarding school again? Was that in high school?
See, I don't go by age, which is kind of weird.
No, it's okay.
Because I was moved around so much. I have actually gone. I know. This is a part of something I'm actually looking at right now. I kind of lost what age I was in anything. It was what
Years?
year.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So boarding school, I repeated my 11th grade, so
Okay.
11th and 12th grade.
Okay.
Yeah, so I graduated, I think I was 19
Okay.
or so when I graduated. I don't know.
And we are completely opposite. I lived in the same house from the time I was 5 until I
Wow.
graduated high school.
Yeah.
And she moved a lot.
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah. By the time I finished high school, I had been to 13 schools.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah.
Exactly.
In and out, in and out, in and out.
Oh.
Yeah.
And,
So I feel ya. But where
Yeah.
we forgot to ask you, we know you
That's-
grew up all over. Like,
Oh,
remind
yeah.
me of these places.
Idaho, California, Texas, Florida, Colorado, I guess. I don't remember that part.
But you bounced.
Arizona. What's
yeah.
that?
You bounced.
Oh,
You
yeah.
bounced around.
Mhm. And
Okay.
each time I came home, there was another person in the house, or
Yeah.
there was another. I mean, and it's no one's fault, right? I really need everyone to hear that. It's no one's fault. There's no blame whatsoever. It just is what it is. But it was just, there was no consistency.
Yeah. Okay.
You know,
that makes sense.
yeah.
What you were craving even.
Yeah, my brothers got to stay with my mom.
Okay.
My older brother left for 1 year
Okay.
and came and lived with myself, or my dad and I,
Okay.
and my stepmom. But I was the one who was, at the end of 8th grade, I didn't even know that I was being sent to my dad's, and I wasn't coming home, and I didn't know that. So it's like these shocks and these, just yeah.
Nothing you can plan for.
No.
So I see why you were like, I was
Mhm.
in this place. I knew I would at least stay there for
Yeah.
a little while. Okay.
Yeah, but I see the patterns though now. It's like the inconsistency, and
Sure.
it's,
Sure.
yeah.
This might be a
It
question.
it shapes you. It's who you are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This might be a question for the end of this conversation.
Yeah.
So I'm going to jump ahead a little bit, but the relationship I had with my mother was horrible.
Yeah.
And when they divorced, I lived with my dad. Have you had any kind of like come to Jesus moment with them, or
Oh yeah.
have you kind of resolved any of that,
Mhm.
any of those issues?
Or what does that look like? Right? Like right
Right.
now, what's her life like?
Sure.
with
Yeah. So
parents?
no resolve with my dad.
Okay.
He passed away.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
Okay.
I loved him till the end, but no resolve, no conversation. There is a miracle long story short, with my stepmother, that we actually reconnected after 26 years. It's literally a God story.
Wow.
It is a God story. It was in 2009, and I heard audibly, "You need to call your stepmother," and I was like, "What? Over my dead body am I going to do that?"
Mm-hmm.
And God was like, "No, you need to call your stepmother." And when I called her, she said, "I've been praying for 13 years that you would call me so I could ask for your forgiveness."
Wow.
And we had 4 hours of conversation. And at the end I said, "I just want to know why. Like, why? I was just a kid. Like, why did you do this?" And she said, "Your dad was having so many affairs, and I was so angry at him, and I didn't want to raise his children." And at the second she said, "Kelli, it wasn't your fault," instantly it was broken off of me.
Oh,
Instantly. And we met, we held hands, we prayed together,
Wow.
and just forgiveness, just
Yeah.
complete, and all that animosity and all that, just completely went away. It was a miracle.
That's a miracle.
It
Isn't
is a miracle.
It's
Yeah.
amazing to me hearing someone say, "I'm sorry," or "it wasn't your fault."
Yeah.
How important that is.
Yeah,
Like,
what it does
those
to
are
you.
those are words I didn't hear from a few different people in my life,
Mm.
and to this day, I
Yeah.
still don't understand.
It's
Right.
interesting that you guys both say that too, because you're thinking hearing that could resolve so many wounds. And why is it so hard for people to say when they've wronged somebody?
She released me.
Yeah, it
She
is.
completely released
Well,
me.
you released with forgiveness. too.
Yeah,
That's
I
a
did.
huge release.
I did, because I always thought it was my
Yeah.
fault. I always
Yeah.
thought, what was wrong with me? And I in that,
Yeah.
a little part of that still does, like
Sure.
can't
What's
find a
grief?
job, and how come I'm not
Yeah.
hiring? They're not hiring me. It's what's wrong with me.
Right. Go back to that.
And my situation, very briefly, was I was adopted, and my mother treated me different, and I hated that. And it just got worse as I got older, and I grew to despise her. I didn't speak to her for 15 years, and she passed away earlier this year. And I didn't go to her funeral, and I was okay with that. And I know she had her own issues. I knew, her life growing up wasn't easy, but for me, it was like, I just can't deal with drama. And so I just chose to walk away. But I think some people have to be pretty humble to say, I'm sorry, or I should have done this. And some people never get to that point. And so I've heard one of the things you do is you have to just allow someone to apologize even without hearing it. You've got to kind of put it in your head that they've apologized, and you just have to let that go.
Yeah, there's a whole lesson to forgiveness. Like even when you don't get apologies or the kind that you're looking for.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think that is freedom when you can let something go and not let it affect your next chapter.
I've and I think I'm free to talk about this.
Okay.
And I'm fast forwarding, but when I relocated temporarily, and then I've been back since March, and my mom has stage 4 cancer.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so I lost everything in February, and today's actually a really tough day for me, but it's a really beautiful day. So your invitation to be on this really means a lot to me.
Okay.
Yeah, because today is very symbolic for me.
You mean the actual date of today?
Yes.
Okay.
The actual date of
Okay.
today. Yeah. And I did post about it earlier, but I made a decision a year ago today that, really changed the trajectory of my life. And I didn't think I'd be back here. I didn't think that I'd be where I am. But now, finding out that my mom has the cancer and
Wow.
my grandchildren and everything, my new grandchildren, I realized that God has a perfect plan. I mean, I wouldn't have finished my book or even written my book. And so, but my point is that, yes, we all want to hear that we're sorry, but I think the work has to come within ourselves, and that's to actually forgive,
Yeah.
because
if you're not ready to accept that, and you're going to be bitter even
No.
if you hear it,
Yeah.
then what's the point?
yeah, words are words. It's
Right.
the work that I have to do in myself. So
Yeah, I've actually heard that too recently. Definitely a lot of work on this year, but forgiveness is not for that person. It's for yourself.
absolutely.
So I can say it, I'm going to forgive and forgive. And then those little creepy memories come back up and you have to do it again and again
Yeah.
and again.
Yeah.
And just remember someone else already took that for me.
Yep.
Christ
Yep.
already took those pains and the sorrow and all the
Yeah.
infirmities that I can't figure out myself.
Mm-mm.
And that has been so good. Yeah.
Mhm.
Really enlightening. So
Yeah,
thank you
I can keep going again and again. Why did this happen? How
Yeah.
come I lost everything? I mean, financially. I mean, when I say everything.
like starting
and-
brand new.
Yeah, and I haven't, shared this publicly, but I mean, I'm living with her. I haven't been able to find work. I'm telling you, when I've been stripped of everything, I am stripped of everything right now.
Wow.
But I believe that it's intentional. God's like, I have work to do in you, and I'm giving you this opportunity, that you don't have the financial responsibility, and you can just live where you are, but really work on yourself. And so I'm grateful. It's hard.
That's really
but
impactful.
Yeah. I mean, I lost everything,
Is
but yet I've gained everything.
got it.
Mm-hmm.
Rebuild, like you said earlier.
Well, real quickly, it began with me leaving my mom. And where am I now? I'm at the end of life with my mom.
Her. Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Yeah.
That's a huge blessing,
Yeah.
Well,
Well, I'm sorry to hear about her. I
Mhm.
hope that
Thank you.
these memories,
She's
that
doing
whatever you're
amazing.
making, that you guys are
Yeah.
hand in hand.
She's stubborn. She's showing me. She's teaching me really amazing things.
Wow.
So I'm grateful.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I know we're kind of limited with your
No,
time.
that's okay.
So,
No, we've
so
got-
tell us about the military then,
Oh.
and going to Desert Storm. What was your role? What was that you did in the military?
Yeah.
How did that?
So I didn't end up getting actually deployed. But I remember, I will never forget the day they announced that the war had started. And I was scared out of my mind.
Because you had already told the recruiter, I'm not in it for this.
Yeah. And I did shoot guns. So I did do that. Yeah. And I did get expert marksman. So
Good
there
girl.
you go. They say the women are the best. I don't know why. We're a little.
I've heard that too.
Yeah.
We're better marksmen because we're careful and we're on point.
I will never forget. There's actually a picture of me. I got to find it, but on my stomach with the M16.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And the recruit, not the recruiter, but the TI, like leaning over, screaming in my face. And I've got the gun and he's just like, shoot the gun, soldier, shoot the gun. And I'm like, I want to go home. I want to go home. Mommy.
Finish him.
Oh gosh, it's the movie Kevin was talking about earlier.
Yeah.
Finish him. I cannot.
Right. Exactly.
Wow.
So my whole unit deployed and so that was crazy. But then I remember going into the hallway and looking, because every day it was on paper. They had your names, like all these names on paper down the hallway, and you had to look down and look alphabetically to see if your name was on there. And my name was on there for the next deployment, and I was freaking out.
Yeah.
Well, coincidentally, I got really sick.
The appendix
I
number
got really
2.
sick. And I was married.
Okay.
And he was a firefighter. And he was actually deployed to Guantanamo Bay, Cuba. And I went to the emergency room because I had a high fever and I was really sick. And then they say, is there any way you could be pregnant? And I'm like, no, there's no way I could be pregnant. And because we just couldn't get pregnant. And they came back in and they said, you're pregnant. So, yeah. So by the grace of God,
you have a baby instead.
Yep, I had a baby.
Wow.
Yep, instead of getting deployed. But I mean, we were support. Couple things happened. One of my sergeants was over there, and he actually my captain was over there, and he was doing things he wasn't supposed to. And one of our sergeants died over there, and he got sent to Leavenworth. And then when I was in Tampa, one of our sergeant's daughters got hit. I mean, this is terrible stuff. Sorry, it's just yucky.
It's your story. It's fine.
Yeah. Well, she got hit by a semi
in Tampa, not in Desert Storm.
In Tampa, and we were first. I was first on scene to help her, which I thought we were going to help her, and she ended up dying. And he was over deployed, and I mean, it was just a lot of chaos and a lot of just yucky stuff. And so there's a lot of PTS, a lot of trauma. And, like I said, the military sexual trauma that I experienced in the pharmacy, I mean, that was horrible. But I guess if I could, real quick, I'd love to add.
Yeah.
I didn't have my military benefits for 26 years. No, 33 years. No, I've been out for 33 years. Got to keep my timeline right. So I did not have VA benefits for 26 years after being out. So I didn't get any benefits,
support.
Nothing, till 2016.
Why?
I didn't even know.
Why?
So I was in Scottsdale and I was at a listing, and the gentleman that owned the house is a veteran, and he said, "Oh," and I said, "Oh, I'm a veteran. Thank you for your service." And he said, "Well, what VA do you go to?" And I said, "What do you mean VA?" And he said, "What VA?" And I said, "I don't." And he grabbed me by the hand, put me in his car, and drove me to the local VA. Walked in, slammed his hand down, didn't say finish him.
Listen to me.
Yeah, listen to me. He said, "This woman served our country and she's never had military benefits. Wow. You need to enroll her now." And I was like, "What is happening? I'm in trouble." And so that's when I started to get the medical benefits.
Wow.
So I lost my thyroid in 2017, and then everything just kind of snowballed from there.
Wow.
So that's where I'm on the trajectory now, where I am about being an advocate for veterans and the military benefits and disability and all that. So now I'm a voice for veterans for that.
That is so way to go.
It was crazy.
And that guy, way to go.
Yeah, way to go. And that's what I do now. I walk vets into the office and I say,
I'm going to help you. Here's what we're doing.
Yeah, they're 75, 80 years old and they've never had. Nope.
Do they not know, or is it not it's not a common knowledge type of thing?
No. I just had the honor of meeting a woman who's a two-time retired lieutenant colonel that never even, she received her retirement papers in the mail.
Wow.
35 years she served.
And didn't know
Nope.
these benefits could help her.
Well, she just, I mean, that was her retirement was, thank you very much. Here's your paper. And
Sure.
so I just have a real passion for the transition. And
As we should.
yeah,
This is incredible. I didn't know that it's not a known thing that you just automatically, because I've helped so many VAs, I feel like, that have the benefits. that you
if
would
I could
think
have
that-
the counseling or the
Yeah,
therapy
absolutely.
and the, you know,
I don't think my dad did
Absolutely.
either. My dad served
Yeah.
in the Army and the Korean War, and I don't think he
Yeah.
ever went to the VA.
no.
So
But-
explain that process. This
Uh-huh.
might be a good
Mhm.
public service announcement
Yeah.
as well. Tell us
It
what
is.
somebody would need to do listening to the
Call me.
show. Okay. Get a hold
Well-
of us. We'll get you in touch with Kelli.
Yeah, there's the veterans that don't know. And then
Yes.
there's the veterans that don't want to know.
Oh,
Because there's a lot that leave and they're angry. They're mad. They're not, you know, I don't think there's a lot that are just skipping out and just be like, it was the best time of my life, you know?
Yeah.
I don't think that's majority of us at
Okay.
all. And so,
so this is for anybody, even 4 years, even serving 4 years.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
a vet, you can get benefits.
oh yeah.
You need something, you go
Absolutely.
here. Okay, good to
yeah,
know.
absolutely.
So, they need to,
Yeah, they can go to the Idaho Department of Veteran Services, or they can actually, well, actually, it's right inside the hospital in Boise. You walk into the main entrance of the
Okay.
hospital,
Okay.
and you just literally push the button for benefits, and you wait for your number to be called, and you go in and sit down. But I would love to go with them. I would love to support and be with them, because I know a lot are just not comfortable going by themselves. So I'm happy to do that.
And this is at the
Good for
VA
you.
hospital up on the by the
In Boise,
foothills.
yeah.
downtown.
Mm-hmm. Yep. It was, I mean, the one that I took recently, he's been out for over 30 years, and he had
gosh.
never gone in, and I went with him. He
I
cried.
bet he did. Yeah,
Cried.
of course.
Because you can get, you know, the benefits your children can get in there. Your, you know, if they're under 18, there's so many benefits, schooling, everything. And I had no idea.
I
No
had
idea.
Wow.
I would have gone to college. I would have gone to school. I would have
Yeah.
done. I would have.
Of course.
But I wouldn't be here right now. So.
But now
Yeah.
you're like a voice for those
Yes,
people that need to
absolutely.
know you can. And
yeah, I don't
you're
know
willing to help.
everything.
Sure.
But I will be the conduit to find the answer.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I have a sister that her and her husband, she actually works for VA. So
Yeah.
connecting those resources to retired VA.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was-
so important.
Yes. 2 years ago, went through a suicide prevention program called Save a Warrior, where I was at the peak of my lowest moment,
Okay.
where January 2024, I was going to take my life and had a plan. And
Wow.
oh yeah. And, you know, I was super isolated, didn't talk, you know, to anyone about it. And, so went through Save a Warrior, and that's when everything really changed for me.
And is that
Yeah.
just for VA? It's a preventative or
Save a Warrior?
Yeah.
No, so they are they're for first responders
Okay.
and veterans.
Okay.
It's in Cincinnati, Ohio. I'm now an ambassador for them. To that, if any, I get messages all the time, You know, DM'd that I know a
Need
vet,
help.
or I am a vet, or you know, there's a lot of programs out there. But it's what recently inspired me to start Operation Stay, my movement. It's a suicide prevention 501c3 that my intention is to have female veteran retreats here. And so I don't think there's anyone else in the Treasure Valley that's doing it for vets,
Mhm.
female vets.
For
Where
you, Kelli.
where do the retreats? Where are they?
Well, that's what I'm planning. So my first one is going to be, I'm hoping for April 2026.
Okay.
I've got my board. I'm working on the 501c3. I've got the VEA, Veteran Entrepreneur Alliance, helping me get my 501c3 and get it going. But there's no one in the Treasure Valley doing it for females.
So by having the 501, are you grant based? You'll be able to get grants and
Yep.
host this more.
Sponsorships,
Good.
corporations,
Good.
Homes of Idaho.
Yeah, there you go. Huh? Hey, Homes of Idaho.
Ice cream for breakfast.
Ice cream for breakfast. Help us out.
I'll give
Yeah.
you some ice cream.
Exactly.
Aw.
No, I was
Yeah.
thinking of Camp Rainbow Gold. I know
Yeah.
that they
Yep, I
use
know
it
them.
for other purposes.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe
Oh, thank you.
maybe that would be an option up in
Sure.
Fairfield.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm looking at, like houses, Airbnbs or something in Cascade. I've got some ideas just to keep it intimate, anywhere from 8 to 10 women. I've already got my facilitators. I've got the protocol, and I've been through so many retreats in the last 6 years that I really want to implement and take parts of those. And then I am not the healer. I'm the conduit to bring the community together. So that's my heart.
So then your board members become those resources to help bring that to fruition.
Yep.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You need
Good for
you need to come to the village in, I think it's 2 weeks,
Okay.
when they have the giving machines are here, and I can describe that. But Camp Rainbow Gold will be there.
Oh, okay.
And I'll explain that whole thing to you later.
Okay. I
But-
think Idaho Cobbs might be here, the human trafficking. I'm helping them with their gala
Okay.
because they were talking about having a tent here or something. But
Oh, I'm sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that would be a great connection, just to see if they have space that,
Okay.
because they don't have camps all the time, and so but they've got that facility, and they've got
Oh.
a medical facility that they've just built or are building
Really?
for all the cancer
Okay.
cancer
Survivors.
kids up there.
Yes. Yes, 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 and yes. That would be great.
That's a great connection.
Yeah. Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you for that.
So let me ask you a question, and this might be a little dark, but when you see somebody like Robin Williams,
Yeah.
that they're at this point where that's the best option
Yep.
that they choose.
Mm-hmm.
How does somebody get there? I would say if this was the scale from this is the bad part, I've never been past here. I've never even thought that would be an option for me for any reason.
Mm-hmm.
What, just in your discussions with people, do they just feel helpless? Do
That's
they
exactly-
Yeah,
they don't have
hopeless.
hope?
It's hopeless. Hopelessness is despair. And there is, and I have to talk about this. Dr. Todd Frisch, Dr. Todd and Linda Frisch, he has, he's been studying, his company is called Why the Face, and he studies faces, and he's fascinating. He has now just acquired an agreement with the government and the military to help veterans. You can actually see in the face the despair and the hopelessness, or the level of it, he can read their faces.
Wow.
Left side, right side. And what they're doing is they're taking veterans, and they're taking their face, before they enlist, or even during enlistment, or as they get out of the service, and they can actually determine the
What?
yes,
Yeah.
the severity of the depression.
Wow.
And so am I avoiding your question?
No.
How do you get there? Well, I think, okay, so my childhood trauma and my adult trauma, you just get to the point where people struggle dealing with grief. They struggle with the pain because it's too much for them to handle. And so they'll deflect and say, oh, it gets better with time. Oh, just, get some ice cream, or, but we never get to the root of the problem. And for me, the root was the moment I was abandoned. It was the moment that I was sent away, when I felt rejected and I felt like no one was there for me. I was never safe. And it's all in here. And so I was too much. And no one wanted me, but they didn't know what they didn't know at the time, right? They were doing the best they could with what they knew at the time.
They might have been suffering as well.
Right.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I have to give that grace.
Right.
I have to give them grace for that. And so, but I never healed her. I never healed little Kelli. And it was literally in that moment that I said, even Save a Warrior said, how old were you when you had to put her in the closet? It was in that moment that I went, oh my gosh. And so what I've been doing is I was always, little Kelli, you stay over there.
Yeah,
But I'm big
yourself.
Kelli, and
Yeah.
I'm going to be fine, and I'm just going to act like
Yeah.
everything's fine, and la 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 la. When all the while, really what I needed to do was welcome her back in and love her and go back and love her and heal her. And when I did that, that was when my entire life changed.
Wow, that's a cool
Yeah.
analogy too.
So Did I answer your question?
No, you did.
I did.
You did. It just, I hate to keep bringing up stuff, but
No, it's,
so I go
why
to
we're here.
counseling after divorce,
yeah.
and I had the same kind of situation where he was like, you were given away at birth.
Yep.
Your mother who raised you was psychotic.
Yep.
And you've got a cheating ex-wife, and you've never felt love from a woman deeply like you should. And so he said most men would they'd hate women.
Yeah.
But I became the opposite of that. I was a romantic because I knew that there was this love that you should feel from a woman, but I just hadn't experienced that. And when he said that, I was like, it made total sense to me. Like, and he said, even though, at adoption, it's like
That's rejection.
You're a car.
Abandonment.
You're a new car coming off a conveyor belt or what do they call it when they make a car?
Sounds like and you're on a.
You're making a car.
Belt. You're in the factory.
And he's like,
Factory.
He's like, it's like one little piece wasn't put in the car. The car looks new. You look fine. I was adopted at birth. So it wasn't like I, was in foster homes or anything. But someday that little piece that wasn't put in the car will manifest itself to you. And it's going to create the problem. There's a reason it should be there. And that made so much sense to me. And all I wanted was, I'm sorry. And I wanted to feel normal. I wanted to be a normal kid. And I never felt that way. I was treated like I was saved and that I should thank her for saving me.
Oh, wow.
And so I grew to resent her completely.
Yeah, and you probably didn't even realize that was what was happening.
Right.
And then you get into this other adulting, other relationships, and
Right.
this is now abandonment 2 or 3 or 4.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And I guess I should retract that. It's not all rejection and abandonment because, the adoptive or your biological mom was trying to do what she felt was right.
Oh, sure.
Exactly.
For
So
sure.
I didn't mean it like that.
And
It's
she-
selfless.
And
to
she
do
has
that.
apologized.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm
There's
such a
nothing.
better person
Right.
having been through all of that.
Right.
Right.
I'm okay with it.
And you, the voice that you heard for 9 months, and I mean, literally, that voice is gone instantly. They can, you can hear it. You can,
Yeah, as an embryo, you
Yes.
are connected. Yeah.
and it's so there is that element of that. Even though it was right at birth, people think, oh well, you weren't old enough to. No, you were. You
Right.
were old enough to know.
And I don't understand the depths of that, but it definitely is
Look
a thing.
into it. It's
definitely a
fascinating.
thing.
It is a thing.
And there is beautiful
Wow.
adoptive stories
Yeah.
where families because I believe in the adoption and how selfless young moms are tragic or tragedy, and there's plenty of loving homes and families that will adopt, but definitely is tragic where how it lines up, like had B and C and D relationship worked out, it might not have been, I keep living these relationship walls that come up and I
Yeah.
have to get over
Right.
that wall, that wall, that wall.
And that's what's important is for us to be aware and
Yeah.
wake up and really look at. That's what I did after 6 years ago, after an end of a marriage, and I really went inward and said there wasn't the blame on the divorce. It
Yep.
was okay. What part could I have done differently? What is it about me? What could I have done to make that marriage work? Not everything's in my control, but
Right.
really going inward and looking at myself and
Which I think is the benefit of anything that goes sour, or how we are always looking for, we can't just, I used an analogy once of, everybody in this room, we probably all know how to ride a bike. But when was the last time we went bike riding? And so to get better at something or to improve on something, you have to do it over and over, or learn the new skill. It's not just waiting for the bus to pick us up at the bus stop or doing something, standing in line, versus what more can I do to get to the next point. And I think that's what you're sharing and what your book might be about. I'm really curious. I should read it, but also getting to know you better through your story. So you are courageous, and you are
Thank you.
surviving a lot of things.
Yeah.
And looking for the beauty in ashes, really.
For sure. People say, "Oh, you've got a lot going on, and you're a lot and everything." And I say, "Well, I don't think God doesn't give us anything we can't handle." And I do feel called. I do feel, I've been prophesied over that there's a movement that I've had. This was 2 years ago when I was at my worst.
Yeah.
And now I'm looking at this and I'm looking at Operation Stay and I'm like, oh, that's it.
Yeah.
Well,
I love that hope, right?
Yeah.
Because that is what we don't see in the future is sometimes what clouds the present.
It's not a horror story. It's a hope story
there you
for
go.
sure.
I like that.
Yep.
That's
cool.
So what can we do to help you and what you're wanting to accomplish?
Thank you.
Yeah. And tell us about your podcast too.
Oh,
one podcast.
Well,
to
I'm
the
not
next.
that consistent on it, so
okay.
it's called The Breaching Effect.
Okay.
And I just want to be a voice for veterans. I just joined a group that's an all-female veteran group that's all over the nation. I posted a video looking for the women in the Treasure Valley, the female veterans. I would love to start something. There's so many of us that a lot of the female vets, I don't know, we just don't say that we're a veteran, or we don't talk about it, or we don't know each other. But
that's probably right. Yeah.
we don't
find the group.
No, there's so many more than what we know of. And so I would love to, not to stay as victims, but to we just understand each other in a different way. But it would be, if anyone is interested in supporting Operation Stay, to, even financially support to host the retreat and to have it, I'm getting all the numbers together, to sponsor a veteran, a female vet. I don't understand. I mean, I know the male veterans, but I'm a woman, so I think there's a need for the female vets. So a portion of my books go to that, to host the retreats, and anyone who just wants to offer, a facility or anything.
I like the idea of sponsoring a vet. So will you keep
Sponsoring
us posted
a vet? Absolutely.
on that, or send us whatever you start, if it's a ground root program, we can take a look at that too. And we have connections to help out.
We've talked about doing kind of a marathon show.
Okay.
The January 1st, start at 8 in the morning.
Kevin
and go
said 24 hours, but I'm like, who's going to bring me some caffeine?
Yeah.
But I also thought there should be something behind it, a reason,
A mission. Yeah.
Right. I think you said the Jerry Lewis
I just don't
telethon.
want to ring a bell, and I don't want people to say, "Here, we'll bring you some coins."
The telethon.
So, but maybe it's to bring awareness, and maybe all the individual people that just are going to just show up.
Yeah.
It won't be about like that, but maybe something that you're doing is kind of the overall umbrella of what we're trying to accomplish or help.
Yeah, community support in any way, for sure.
Yeah, I don't want to isolate it, of course, but I don't know that there's any other movement that's actually going on here in the Treasure Valley for the female veterans.
Yeah.
And being one, I just feel like God really put that on my heart to start that. And so there's the Bourbonis Foundation. I mean, I'm getting so much support from, now that I'm talking about it, that people are like, oh.
And we know somebody,
Yes.
That's what it's all about, awareness.
I feel so blessed.
Yeah.
So blessed.
Veronique. Is that?
Yep.
I always get her name wrong, but
Veronique.
she's awesome.
I know.
We help,
she's my best friend.
we help with
Two of them. There's two best
their
friends.
golf tournament.
Yes.
So
Okay.
I've been out there for 3 years in a row.
Yep. So they really want to hear about Operation Stay. And then my girlfriend, Kelli Murray, she's in the holistic wellness space. She wants to support.
Cool.
So I'm finding some really strong people coming
that's what
behind
you
me.
need.
So, but I definitely need to sponsor a vet. That would be, my life would just, that would be it.
That would be awesome.
Yes.
Especially your first one. I think that would be, if there's 8 and then success and we're doing this again, sponsor another one. And then of course.
How long until you think you'll know how much each vet, what that cost would be?
Oh gosh, I will know here before January 1st. How about that?
A couple hours.
She's like, when you get to that 12-hour thing.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
I'll let you know.
Yeah. Well, it really what it is Isaac Belden with a VEA. He said, as soon as I file for the 501c3, I can start, promoting it.
Okay.
Yep. And so I'm hoping to get that really soon. And I just met with him a few days ago, and then I'll know for sure. I can start. But I would really love to know about their location. What is it?
Camper Rainbow Gold.
Yes.
It's up in Fairfield.
So if we could figure that out.
Contacts.
I need the location. That's really
Fairfield. I think it's. I'm not sure where it is in relation to the town of Fairfield.
Okay.
Which isn't. I
Which
mean,
is pretty big.
it's pretty
Huge.
pretty big.
If you blink, you might miss it.
Oh
Have you been to Fairfield?
no,
Oh, it's
Mountain
beautiful.
Home,
Is
big.
it?
You go to
Yeah.
Mountain Home and you turn
Wow.
and you go up over the mountains and it's up in the what they call the Camas Prairie.
okay.
It's beautiful up there.
'Cause-
It's like you're going to Sun Valley, but you don't
Okay.
go that far.
Okay. Yeah, I would like it relatively close, so they have access and but something remote because we've got some things planned that I can't share. They're surprises and so.
There's always my cabin. You can just help put some siding on it.
When it gets
We're gonna
that
put the
point-
girls to
well,
work.
This isn't just
Yeah,
a
exactly.
one
No.
time. It's not a one time place, so she
Yeah.
might need that soon.
We're going to do some work, but I mean on our heart.
Yeah.
And
Heart and mind.
I
like it.
want them to receive the gift that I've received. That would mean the world to me. If I could
Yeah.
see these women have that awakening and offer that to them, then my life is complete.
I kind of like this as a Christmas drive.
What?
It's very cool, like Christmassy and
Yeah.
like a purpose for the holiday too.
Yeah. I'm hoping for it to be in April.
Okay,
Yeah. 2026.
and we'll start
Well-
recruiting. Just let us know.
I will.
I'm looking at the
Thank
Back
you.
to the Future clock over there on the
Oh,
building,
yeah.
and it says 5:30.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, yeah.
Kelli,
That's
thank
okay.
you.
Thanks
for
so much
coming
for
in.
coming.
No, thank
Yeah, we
you
appreciate
so
you.
much.
I don't feel like we really got into everything, but I think we got a good
We didn't.
got a good taste for what you're doing.
I know.
And
I think I'm
appreciate
really
it.
good at avoiding too. So I probably was trying to change the
No.
subject a little bit.
I thought what you shared was amazing, and you have a purpose, and we appreciate
Thank
that.
you.
Yeah.
I'm so grateful. Today you helped me on a hard day make it absolutely beautiful. So I'm truly grateful.
Well, you've shown here. I like it.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right, Kevin, I'm going to sign off.
Okay, do it.
All right.
Okay.
Cha cha cha.
Love you guys.
Love you.